Okay, so let us try to answer this majorship question in mathematics. Find the area of the largest isosceles triangle that can be inscribed in a circle with a radius of 10 inches. Okay, so in this problem, okay, we are asked to solve for the area of the largest isosceles triangle. Okay, so itong largest isosceles triangle na ito is inscribed in a circle na may radius na 10 inches. Okay, now how are we going to find the area of this triangle? Okay, so gagamitin natin itong theorem, okay, in order to answer this question. Okay, so here is the theorem. Okay, the largest isosceles triangle that can be inscribed in a circle is an equilateral triangle. Okay, so if you will inscribe an isosceles triangle inside a circle, and if you will try to maximize this area, okay, yung mabubuo mong triangle is an equilateral triangle. Okay? Meaning, all of the sides of the triangle will be equal. Okay? Kung ima-maximize mo yung isosceles triangle mo. Okay? So, gamitin natin itong theorem para sagutan itong question. Okay, so let us first illustrate the problem. Okay, so we have a circle, and then, inside the circle, okay, naka-inscribe yung isosceles triangle natin, which turned out to be an equilateral triangle. Okay, so equal itong lahat ng side nitong triangle. And of course, okay, para ma-solve yung area ng triangle, okay, gagamitin natin yung formula for the area, which is base times height over 2. Okay, so this implies na dapat alam natin yung base and then yung height ng triangle para ma-solve yung area niya. Okay, so we have to solve for the base and the height of this triangle, okay, para ma-solve yung area nito. Okay, so let us try to solve for the base first. Okay, so hanapin muna natin yung base. Okay, paano? Okay, let us try to construct a radius, okay, to this vertex. Okay, so since equilateral triangle ito, okay, this means that the measure of this angle is 60 degrees, and then this is also 60 degrees. Now, if we construct a radius, okay, going to this vertex, okay, yung mangyayari is mababisect niya itong angle na ito. Okay, so mahahati niya yung 60 degrees into two congruent angles. Okay, which means that this angle is gonna be 30 degrees. Kasi kalahati ng 60 is 30 degrees. Okay, and then, now since this is a radius, okay, since itong line segment na ito is a radius, okay, this means that yung haba niya is 10 inches. Kasi according sa problem, yung radius daw ng circle is 10 inches. Okay, so this is gonna be 10 inches long. Okay? Now, since we are solving for the base of this triangle, okay, itong base nitong larger triangle, then it follows na dapat masolve muna natin itong base nitong smaller triangle na ito. Okay? So, let us assume that this is x. Okay, and let us solve for the value of x. Okay? Now, ano ba yung relationship ni x, okay, sa given angle na 30 degrees? Okay? Yung x natin in this illustration is adjacent to 30 degrees. Okay, so yung x mo is adjacent. Kasi katabi siya nung angle natin na 30 degrees. Okay? And then, yung 10 of course is your hypotenuse. Okay, so since we have an adjacent side and the hypotenuse, okay, this implies na gagamit tayo ng cosine para ma-solve yung x. Okay, so let us solve for the value of x using the cosine function. Okay, so cosine theta is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse. Okay, so substitute natin yung angle. So we have cosine. Yung theta natin is 30 degrees. Okay, this is equal to the adjacent side. Yung adjacent side natin is x. Okay, so we have x over h, the hypotenuse. Okay, yung hypotenuse natin is 10. Okay, so we have over 10. Okay, so cosine 30 degrees is equal to x over 10. And then cross multiply, we will get x is equal to 10 cosine 30 degrees. Okay? Okay, para mahanap yung value nitong 10 cosine 30 degrees, okay, gamit tayo ng scientific calculator. Okay, so let us use our scientific calculator. Okay, we have 10 cosine 30 degrees. Okay, make sure lang na naka-degree yung calculator nyo para hindi kayo mamali ng sagot kasi baka naka-region yan. Okay, so 10 cosine 30 degrees is 5 square root of 3. Okay, so x is equal to 5 square root of 3. Okay, so this is equal to 5 square root of 3. Okay, now since equal lang naman silang dalawa, okay, itong part na ito to this part, okay, it follows na this is also 5 square root of 3. Okay, now this means that yung base natin is 5 square root of 3 plus 5 square root of 3, which is 10 the square root of 3. Okay, so meron tayong base ngayon. Okay, we know that the base is 10 the square root of 3. Okay, now that we have the base, let us solve for the height of the triangle. Okay, so hanapin naman natin yung height niya. Okay, alin ba dyan yung height or yung altitude? Itong line segment na ito. Okay, so this is your height. And we know that yung length nitong line segment na ito from this point to this point is 10 inches. Kasi radius lang naman yan eh. It is given na yung radius is 10, so this is 10. Okay, so it follows na dapat masolve natin itong length ng line segment na ito para mahanap yung altitude or yung height. Kasi kapag alam mo na ito, yung haba nito, i-add mo lang silang dalawa, 10 plus this line segment, okay, yun ang height mo or yung altitude. Okay, so let us try to solve for this side of the triangle. Okay, since this is an altitude or a height, this means na perpendicular ito to the base. Okay, so ibig sabihin, this is a right triangle. Okay, so right triangle ito. Okay, so ibig sabihin, pwede tayo gumamit ng Pythagorean theorem to solve for the missing side. Kasi meron ka ng hypotenuse and then meron kang leg which is 5 the square root of 3. Okay, so let us use the Pythagorean theorem to solve for the missing side. Okay, pwede natin ito i-let as A, ito B, and then this is our C. Okay, so using the Pythagorean theorem, we have C squared equals A squared plus B squared. Okay, substitute lang natin. Yung C, yung hypotenuse is 10. Okay, so we will have 10 squared equals A squared plus B squared. Okay, yung base natin, 5 square root of 3. 5 square root of 3 squared. Okay, 10 squared is 100. Okay, equals A squared plus 5 squared is 25. And then, square root of 3 squared, makakancel itong square root and yung exponent na 2. So, we have 25 times 3. Okay, simplify. We have 100 equals A squared plus 25 times 3 is 75. Okay, transpose natin yung 75 sa left side. Okay, magiging negative siya. So, we have 100 minus 75 which is 25 equals A squared. Okay, so we can extract the square root of both sides. Okay, square root of 25 is 5 and square root of A squared is A. Okay, so this means that A is 5. Okay, so this length is 5 and this is 10. So it follows that yung altitude mo or yung height is 5 plus 10, which is 15. Okay, so the height is equal to 15. Okay, so we now have the base and the height. Okay, so pwede na tayong mag-solve ng area. Okay, pwede na natin mahanap yung area ng triangle. Okay, so area equals base times height over 2. Okay, substitute natin yung given. So area equals, yung base natin is 10, the square root of 3, okay, times the height, which is 15, okay, all over 2. Okay, 10 times 15 is 150. Divided by 2 is 75. Okay, so A equals 75, the square root of 3 square inches. Okay, so this is now the area of your triangle. Okay, 75, the square root of 3 square inches. Okay, so this is the long method approach sa problem na ito. Okay, so we will discuss the shortcut method, okay, in a separate video. Okay. Okay, if you have any questions, okay, feel free to post your question on the comment section.